Hello, hello, hello. Hello.
What's up, dude?
What's up? How are you?
I'm pretty good today. How about you?
That's good. I'm pretty good as well.
All right.
Okay. Wait, any questions before you start? Anything you want to say or mention?
Um, Not particularly. Besides, this game was Chamber, the one that I have a VOD of, and I've just been trying to put him into my agent pool. So, like, any basic tips I could use to just kind of get better at him would be great.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a very long VOD. Unless it's like, yeah. So it's a very long VOD. We can either have one of two approaches. I can either pause more and kind of explain things more in depth, or I could try to like skim through the video just to get through it. But
Whatever you find will be the best. It doesn't matter to me.
yeah, I would rather go through it slowly, so we might just cut the
Yeah.
overtime out, which is fine, and
Okay.
stop at
Yeah,
about
this
70
is just
minutes.
one of my good games. So
Okay,
I think I did went like 32 and 20 something.
so tell me about your main agents. You typically play
My main
chamber.
agents are usually like Jet Fade. Um, just depending on the map. I like playing Fade on usually like Haven or Bind, mostly.
Okay, so you just want to kind of learn chamber as well,
Yeah, I think he's a good agent to just have in my pool and be able to play him if need be.
right? Okay,
Yeah,
so I like our buy. You can't buy as many
as
shots as you can
much.
now, but you can still buy a good amount. I think this is probably my favorite buy for chamber.
Yeah,
I like to see because you're maximizing your potential with the shots.
yeah. I
So
also I've been recently to like yesterday when I was playing, I started buying a ghost and a trip just to
okay.
test it out, and that's pretty good for the first round like entering into site and not being flanked. It worked pretty
Yeah,
well.
I feel like you're not gonna get flanked that much at all, to be honest, for that
Yeah,
to be that effective.
yeah,
Like if you think about it, how often you get flanked on attack? Like maybe for defense, but that's why I say like I would prioritize
yeah.
the sheriff because this sheriff is better than the normal
The normal
sheriff,
one.
and it's better than a ghost by far. So
Yeah.
I am noticing TP placement's always gonna be a big thing for chamber players, and on attack,
Yeah.
it's harder to kind of get a feel for where do you want to put it. So this is actually okay so far.
Yeah, because I noticed the Viper place her wall like really aggressively, so I was like, this Viper's probably gonna play up into her wall. So I wanted to be able to get out after I take a fight with her if she was pushed up.
Yeah, so this is gonna be a rotate here. It's fine
Yeah,
to go
we
for the
didn't rotate
peak.
though.
Honestly, the peak is kind of risky. We didn't rotate. Did you say anything here?
Um, I think I said like 2, 3 inside or something like that. I just
Yeah.
gave information.
So we didn't rotate because we didn't ask to rotate. So I don't know if you
Yeah.
realize that the right play is to rotate. But I I would really be emphasizing to your team like let's rotate because there's two. There's actually three.
Well,
There's Jet,
yeah.
Sova, and Viper. That means there's a max of how many on A?
2.
Two, right? So probably not even
Maybe
two.
one mid also.
Yeah,
So
exactly. So you have to assume the worst, but there could just be one on A or even zero.
yeah,
Um, so that's why I really emphasize rotating here instead of trying to push into this uphill battle where you're walled, you're getting mollied. Like I probably wouldn't even have peeked if I was. Maybe I would have just to go for the first kill, but
yeah. I
then
was more
TP back
peeking for the information.
and leave. Yeah. So you get the info and then really emphasize your team to get out. This is something that most people just don't do. Um, you really want to be on the same page with your team too, because we're attacking here. We don't really want to wait.
Yeah,
We know there's two people here at least. There's probably
yeah.
gonna be three soon.
Yeah. So we pushed this. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
And it's fine to it's not really fine to push, but it can work. Um, it's just gonna be harder.
Well, yeah, I sold those shots there. It was bad.
That was fine. The guy had,
Yeah.
I guess, armor.
I wasn't expecting the shield, so I dropped my sheriff. That's how I killed him. Then,
See, this is why pushing into this is like just so
yeah, it was not a good
unnecessary.
idea.
Because there's just like there's Sova, there's someone here, there's Phoenix up there. Now we know that. Now they know
Yeah.
there's three, right?
Yeah, and we didn't have Heaven or CT smoked either, so that wasn't great.
Yeah, just have the decisiveness to just be like, yo, let's just leave. Cause like, how long does it take to rotate? Only like 15 to 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, you've been sitting at the site for longer than 15 to 20 seconds now. It's been like over a minute.
Yep.
And we also have a TP, yeah. So
Oh yeah, and then that happened. The flank. I forgot about that.
yeah, I just feel like we're kind of waiting and either run in
Yeah.
if you are gonna go into this, just go with your team.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, it's not really your job to entry as a chamber player, but I would suggest either rotating or you know
Yeah.
pushing
So
up.
just taking control and
Yeah, be decisive about it.
yeah. Okay.
Let's see, what's our buy?
Oh, I think I might have gone to do something here. I don't think I bought it all this round.
Okay, so we have 600 credits to use, so I would just go for some sheriff shots.
Bullets? Yeah, okay.
Like you go for like 3
Yeah, 3 or
or
4.
4 even.
Yeah.
Um,
Alright.
looking to remake or
Yeah, they were trying to remake because I think our Jet AFK'd? No. I don't know who it was.
so yeah.
Yeah.
This
It
round,
didn't let us know.
this round we're just kind of all over, but I think it's because of the remake.
Yeah. I don't know why it didn't let us. It was really weird. But we did end up winning, so that was okay.
Okay, so I want to see some aggression here. I want to see. So I'm always looking at TPs whenever. Wait.
Yeah.
We might actually trip something a little better than this. This is actually fine. This is fine.
Yeah.
If
I
we're,
also like
if we're actually
tripping
going
less.
A, if we're actually going A, this trip's fine.
I think we did actually go A. I'm not sure though. But I like tripping the left side of what is that called? Like top mid.
Here.
People don't like no like where there, but on the left side of the door outside.
Yeah. So
Because no one really looks there, and you get an actual slow instead of just instead of just knowing they're there.
yeah, the problem with this trip here is like, if we don't know if we're going A or not, like as a team,
Yeah.
then and you come back and you don't have B tripped, like that's kind of a problem. If you know that you're going
Yeah.
hard A for a fact, you can keep this trip. But this is where I'm saying like you want to be on the same page with your team, and that's
Okay.
it's like increasingly important to either communicate that or
Oh, this is my first time playing on Pearl since they changed it, so I was like, "Where's the Cubby in there?"
No, probably because
Mm.
it helped the game.
Yeah,
I mean, it was kind of annoying.
Yeah, they fixed quite a bit. Thank God.
Oh, okay, so we have one pushing up arcade here. It's good. Or not arcade. Or
Hey, Link.
yeah.
oh, I forgot how they pushed through there.
Link.
Yeah. So what I'm seeing this round is just like we could be moving quicker. Like we
Yeah.
could put a TP down anywhere here and just go for a peek. You don't really know how they play
Mhm.
here yet, so you can put a TP a little farther back just to be kind of safe.
Yeah.
And then run up and put another TP and just take fights. Like we're walking up very slowly here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 seconds, right? 20
Yeah.
25 seconds that we're just kind of like chilling. Like Chamber is not a duelist, but Chamber can be played more aggressively than a duelist.
Yeah,
whenever he
yeah,
has his TPs, and you want to do that because you have a free chance to get kills.
Yeah,
So
the
do
only
that.
reason I wanted to peek through that Viper smoke at first, but I didn't have any I didn't have any skill to get onto site without just dying right away.
Yeah. Not even just that, because it wasn't always up, so he could have ran.
Yeah.
But also,
think
like,
right
I think
here
a big
should
thing
do
for
that.
you is just really using your comms as well. Like, just
Uh-huh.
probing your teammates' minds. Like, yo, what do you guys want to come A? Or, like, let's go A. Make a statement. Make a comm.
Yep.
Because it makes everything much easier. It allows you to have more confidence. It allows you to play more aggressive because you know if your team's going to be behind you or not. Like, comm to rotate.
Yeah.
So yeah, then the.
Oh
the
yeah,
orb
she
comes
put it up right away.
Hey, Link.
I could have pushed through, I think.
Okay. So we're down 1. We have res. I wouldn't
Yeah,
worry
go
too much
first.
about the remake. Just play it out. So here,
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I was worried about that first round. The Viper did this a lot that game. Just started peeking out of her smoke or spraying.
yeah.
through
So what
it.
does this tell us about this site? This side of B, right? What does this tell us about B site here?
That it's gonna be it's they have more control over it.
Yeah, they
They
have.
have, they have the
There's a
space
dart.
there.
There's a wall. There's a molly.
Yeah.
She's spraying through it. This tells us that we can't really be hard pushing this. So
Yeah.
we can either wait or we can just go another area and go toward B or just go
Yeah, I think
toward
that-
A.
That might have been why I turned around to go back to where Reyna is, kind of get some mid control. But then I just got
Oh, you
sprayed.
got rezzed.
Yeah.
come flank. Careful.
Might have died. I think I died again here. Yeah, another one flank.
Okay. That's fine. How would you say your mechanical ability, like your aim, is overall?
I think day to day it's different. Just depends.
Okay, do you like warm up?
I
In
do
any
warm
way?
up. Yeah, definitely.
How do you warm up?
I do. So I do the eliminate 50. Sometimes I do aim labs, just like grid shot and stuff like that. Not a ton though. I do eliminate 50 straight like with strafe, and then I use like the brim ult to make it only 2, and I work on my flicks with that and my reaction time.
Yeah. Okay.
I do jet knives, stuff like that.
Okay, good. So one
Yeah.
thing I would recommend to you is to play some deathmatch and get comfortable taking fights with people.
Oh yeah, I play deathmatch. Sorry, I forgot. I play like two death matches before I get into a game.
Okay, and really make sure to emphasize that how you play in deathmatch, how you take fights in deathmatch is transferring over into comp.
Yeah, I don't just run around in my death matches.
Because like we want to see confidence here in this game too, like with your TPs. That's really what I'm picking at here. It's like I want to
Okay.
see you run up and try to take fights with it, kind of like you might in deathmatch.
Yeah.
And it's okay to be aggressive with chamber. So I like that we're actually swapping it up.
You want to play? Let's
Okay, this is fine. Yeah, and it seems like we're not on the same page as our team. You don't really want to be lurking as chamber. It's okay, but our team's just running it down B again. I would have probably said to my team like, "Yo, there's Viper
Let's not
mollies
run
and
it
walls.
down.
This like let's not go B like that because
Yeah.
the Viper has ult. They have chamber up. Chamber's probably not B though.
I don't.
So here,
I
I would
think
be trying to move up toward B. Like this is not. You don't want to be like this far away from your
Yeah.
team because like what if they start dying? I would want you to start
yeah.
walking through here and go this way, or maybe
Okay.
here if you feel like your team has security on site. Like if they killed like 1 or 2 people, you can go longer around. But if they're starting to die, come this way because you want to help them sooner.
Okay.
He's jerk.
I think I might have heard one art here. I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
you
Yeah,
might
I
have-
did.
Oh, never mind. You have a trip here.
Yeah, I heard one art, so I wanted to get that. Oh,
He's still there. That's very interesting.
I know. I found that really weird. He was just sitting in that corner with an op.
Yeah,
Like I would kind of understand if it was a vandal, but it wasn't a vandal.
it's kind of weird that he's there. Yeah, that's pretty okay. I just would say again, try to use your comms,
Get
play around your
closer.
team. No, play around the objective specifically. Play around the
Alright.
site. Play around where your team's going. Play around where the spike is going.
Yeah.
And position accordingly because your whole team dies there, which might sound like that's not probable. It definitely can happen, and then you're all the way over here, and
Yeah.
then you just defuse the spike,
that was good, but
or
we
the,
want to do
no, spike's not even planted.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
buying
we
an
have
op.
here.
Okay, so I actually don't need to buy an op here.
Oh, I have my ult. I didn't even. Yeah.
So yeah, you can
I'm
ask your
gonna have
team,
my ult.
ask your team to help you get orb somewhere. Because again, right, comms, right? This is
Yep.
always something that people can improve on from at differing levels, right? Some people have a little bit of comms, some people have like no comms at all, and you know, as a Plat 1 player, we want to see you start to develop some level of comms, right? Because Plat to get into Plat, you really don't need comms, and you can get by with just your mechanics, your aim. But once you get into Plat, people naturally are all going to have better aim. And so you need something to differentiate you, your overall skill, from them, which is going to be partially comms for sure. So like, yo, team, help me get the orb toward B or help me get the orb toward A, you know? And then you don't have to buy this. You can save up. You can use your Sheriff because
Yeah.
your Sheriff's really strong. Buy max Sheriff shots.
I've definitely been like seeing a pattern of Plat has not a lot of comms. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, and you should not use
Like
that.
half.
Sorry, you should not use that as an excuse to not come
No,
because right? Because then you're just kind of the same. It's the same problem.
Yeah.
And so try to be the one person on your team that stands out among the crowd, and
Yeah, for sure.
then naturally what will actually happen is you calm. You're trying to be a good teammate, and that'll kind of wear off on your teammates, and that they'll want to be as well, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So and because like imagine right, you're really tilted. You're maybe you've had a few losses. Your teammates have never calmed. Then you get into a game with where just one person is having really good comms. They're nice. They're trying to win. That's going to be kind of contagious to you, and that's the person that you want to be as well. It might not be easy at first, but especially when your team's not like, it doesn't really feel like they're listening, but they're listening unless they have you muted, right? So.
Yeah.
Wait, Random wants to op?
that works.
I would say hell no. That's my op.
Yeah.
I would try to get your ult though.
Oh wait, no, I don't even. I'm not sure if I
don't-
bought that up or if we picked it up. I think we picked it up.
Yeah.
And then she gave it to me and I gave it back because I didn't want it that round because I was getting my
Oh,
ult.
okay, okay.
So,
So-
I actually did recognize that I had my ult soon.
So well, if you have your ult, I mean, depending on the money, like if we're down here, I'd probably not buy the Vandal. But one thing, just to conserve money, but one thing here is, again, we're just going toward B kind of mindlessly. Not just you, but kind of as a team. And we're just split. Like, I don't, this is
Yeah.
where some comms, like, yo, guys, can we group? I would personally say going mid on this map is extremely valuable. And it doesn't really
Yeah.
seem like people go mid that often in a lot of games.
No, yeah, and defense doesn't seem to hold mid a lot either. They just hold back on art and back on B link. So
Yeah, high ranks will really take control of mid, but if you guys can like start here and start here, this is one thing you could say to your team, like, let's get some mid control, because you notice mid attaches to every part of the map here that you need to go to. So you can do a split like that, so you can go like split B, and then by doing that, you don't have to worry as much about all this stuff because you have teammates coming up here and flanking them, and you can kind of chill out, post up over here, and that makes this whole process a lot easier. We're just trying to fight
so
an uphill
Viper
battle
swings on the
here.
left. Viper swings on the left here. Get that kill.
Okay.
We lose this round. I forgot.
I would have probably not popped your op, to be honest, here.
Really?
Yeah, because like you bought the Vandal, you can just swing around the Vandal. I'm not sure about our TPs though. What happened to our TPs?
Oh yeah, they were back farther.
You put one, or
Oh yeah, I forgot to put the other one. I guess. No, I
yeah.
picked it
So,
up.
so one thing with Chamber is, again, like I said, I know Chambers often put their TPs a little bit too far back on attack, and this is not really your fault. It's just kind of weird. It's kind of awkward to put TPs down on attack more so than defense, because if you think about it, on defense, it's kind of more natural because you have like the barriers.
Yeah.
You have the whole area where the enemies are going to be pushing into. But here you need to actually push forward, and it's a little more awkward to put your TPs down when you need to do that. So, I don't play Chamber. I don't play Chamber on this map especially. But what I'm thinking is maybe put a TP, you can put one here.
That's what I've been doing recently.
Or even back here. But then also notice that putting a TP here versus back here somewhere allows you to put a TP much farther forward. You can hold aggressive up
more
here,
space.
like you should in certain scenarios, and then you can get a kill TP back. Just
Yeah, I'll
post
put
up
one there and then on the edge of that building, like right before you get onto site.
right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would suggest going a little deeper. Like, just be aware. I'm guessing the radius is pretty like fat, so you could go pretty deep there if you wanted, and that is worth trying out. That's worth doing, especially as Chamber. You're just so strong, get out for free. If you get to a spot where the enemy's not gonna expect you, say like up here or something, you're up against this wall, then you get a kill TP out, and you're just back here. You can chill out. Mainly be doing that whenever your team is down in numbers, so it's like a 4v, or 3v4 or something. Your team needs a kill, like a 2v4, because then you kind of need to do that, right? If you just sit back and take 4 players that are running into you, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah. I think I wanted Brim to play his ult here. I think I calmed that, but he ended up dying on flank to the jet.
So, wait, sorry, what'd you say?
The Brim, I think I told him to play back and play ult, but he ended up like not watching the jet on flank and dying.
Oh, because she smoked it?
Or losing that gunfight. No, she like it activated, he just lost the gunfight.
Oh, okay. So here I'm thinking, if I'm you, like, we could come over here. This is a pretty good spot. We just don't have a TP, like, to go to.
Yeah.
So I might be playing back if I'm you here. Or maybe I could try to go up here. We don't really need to. It's 3v3. We can. But you don't have TP, so it's going to make this a bit harder. You really gotta value your TPs.
Trip, but yeah.
I was trying to line up the angle between like going around the wall and going halls.
I think someone could jump on the wall too, so you gotta be careful. I don't know if people are gonna do that though. I think you're aiming a little high. The person I coached yesterday, I was teaching him why upping so strong, but it looks like you're kind of aiming at headshot level. Would you kind of agree?
Yeah, that looks like a shot level to me at least.
So this is just
Kind
kind
of
of
just
like
a natural instinct.
yeah, no, 100%. But understand that's kind of bad for op because you're not trying. You don't need to hit them in the head.
Yeah.
And it's hard to hit the head, so why purposely try to do that when you could just aim for a much bigger target, which is the chest. So aim just a little lower when you have the op out and make it a lot easier.
Now on the map, Jet is swinging Brim, and he's just like kind of sitting in that corner, kind of open.
Yeah, this is not a great spot to be in.
Yeah.
But
Flank.
so this could be bad now. Yeah, that's what I thought was gonna happen.
Oh yeah, then I missed that shot.
You get double.
Sova swings me back there. Oh.
Let's just see like if it's because you're at headshot level here. You
Oh,
are.
I think you got a straight flank right at the end of the shot.
Oh, he's crouching actually. You're kind of up on his chest.
Yeah, on the next one I strafed at the end of the shot though.
Yeah, you're still at headshot level though. Notice.
Yeah.
On the last guy here. Yeah. That's tough.
Yeah.
That's okay though. So again, I would really try to emphasize using comms and really try to emphasize comms for going toward mid as a team. Because mid's undervalued. It's just like split used to be, right? Mid control is like the most important aspect of attacking on split, even though attacking split is like the hardest thing to do. So because on split, just like on Pearl, it attaches to every part of the map. So if you're not taking advantage of this beautiful way that this map kind of plays out, like you're not going through art, you're not going through here, you're just missing out. You don't have to go all the way over here, you don't have to go that deep. But come art, like push A, split B, just try taking mid control, try getting fights in mid, because sometimes people will actually peek mid, you know? And so you want to be doing that. You don't want to just go B main a lot and then A main. You need to go mid once, but, you know, again, incorporate your teammates, right? That's something that I'm trying to emphasize to you.
Yeah. Definitely.
Gonna watch a flash here.
There we go.
I think more minimap awareness here would allow us to kill both these people pretty easily.
Yeah.
We saw them both. We actually heard her, right? We kind of heard her there, so.
Yeah, I was, yeah, I didn't know he was there and I didn't get a comm from Jet, so I was kind of oblivious to the fact.
I honestly, like, again, here, I would kind of have more confidence. Before, I wouldn't even place a TP. So here,
Really?
I would have realized, like, okay, they're both here. I just want to kind of fight them. Because my teammates are with me, so I don't really need to TP back. TP is kind of like a last resort. So I get a kill here, and then I would not pull my TP out, because I know she's here, but you don't. That's fine. But here, I would just run out and swing them. Like, if you die here, it's fine. But, because your team should trade you, but you're probably just going to win this fight if you just fight them. Here. So
we actually had to back off because our one person died in
spike.
mid with the spike.
Yeah, so again, comms, right? Comms. Let's go A. Bring the spike, please. Something like that. Yeah. So TP here is actually fine because I didn't realize that we lost the spike there. But, you know, so like basically what would happen here is you would kill this jet. You wouldn't place TP. You would kill the jet. And then you run up and then put a TP farther forward. That's what I want you to kind of open your mind to, is putting TPs farther forward. Like I said on B, try to get a TP deeper. You don't always have to put deeper TPs, but if I had to guess on attack as chamber, you probably always have your TPs like behind this line. You see? Like you probably never put TPs like on site this far up, which by the way, those are the best TPs to get you like free kills. So really try to just at least occasionally use those, and you can play aggressively in mid, like TP here, TP up in art, TP here, TP somewhere in this area, depending on the specific enemy team. Let's see here. We need spike guys.
I got dinked here. I picked this really stupid.
Oh, I'm surprised you're alive, actually.
Yeah, it was risky.
I don't know how they did not shoot you there.
I think they backed off a little bit because they were both kind of stuck in, like, yeah.
Yeah, like here, put a T. Like, you don't have trip for flank anymore, so you don't want to put a TP too far back because Viper's probably gonna come from that way. So this TP's fine, but instead of putting a TP like in the middle of sight, play up here or play up where your jet is.
Okay.
Yeah, that TP is fine back there. Just because like now you're limited. You see, like this is the radius that you're gonna be playing in. If you leave this radius, you're not as strong as chamber. So where you put this radius is important. And okay. Viper might not actually come from here.
One enemy remaining.
Okay. Good job.
Yeah, I don't know why she didn't go around.
Let's see what we are saying here.
That works.
Actually, Jed, do you want me to take it off?
Nah, I'm using knives. Alright, put up. Beacon here.
Okay. So again, I just feel like people here, and probably in most of your games, and it's probably what you do, probably your teammates do most of the time, is just like automatically go to an area with no background knowledge, no strategy, no plan.
Yeah.
And like it's just kind of like it's just not the best practice, right? So just be aware of that. Be aware that there's things you can say that are gonna greatly increase the chance that you guys have a successful round before the round even starts.
Yeah, so just like pre-round like game plans.
Yeah, like it doesn't
stuff.
have to be like some nerdy shit. Like you can just
Yeah.
say like, you know, like let's rotate if this is bad, or we can leave if we need to, right? Because in certain
Yep.
situations, especially here, this is a situation I might say that is like, yeah, we could try to fast push B, but if Viper mollies us, we can just rotate, right? Like it doesn't have to be
Yep.
some nerd like, walk up slow, let's play contact, and then someone can we molly that, molly this. Like you don't have to do all that, but just like let's go A this round, let's push mid, let's fight for mid control, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Stuff like that is really important. Instead of just doing what everyone else does, which is nothing, which is
Yeah.
extremely easy to fall into.
So I took back my TPs here because I wanted to move up a little bit more.
Exactly right. So this is why you don't want to put TPs like this, because like whenever your team is all stacked here, whenever you understand that you guys are going to the site, you could just go forward and you can put TPs farther forward, because if you die back here and you didn't put TPs on, that's fine because your team's gonna trade you. If you're alone,
especially with the
yeah.
nerf, and you have 30 seconds instead of 20 now to replace them.
Yeah, right. So like be precise with your placements. Because now again you're a much weaker version of Chamber. I'd like to see you go up quicker here though, to be honest. Like right here, quickly close, just run up with your Chamber, or with your Jet. Have a TP. Those are the things you could be doing better here. It's like you can put a TP right here, this is fine, but then throw it up deeper.
Okay.
I feel like we're kind of like slow, kind of decisive. I feel like I would like to see you play more aggressive as the Chamber player for sure.
Okay.
Just not always, right? You're not a duelist, like I said. You're not entrying necessarily, but you're looking for a single kill. And once your TP is down and recharging, you don't need to be playing hyper aggressive anymore. But if you're placing your TPs and you're not getting a kill, you need to be trying to be more calculated and trying to play potentially more aggressive in certain situations. There are situations where you don't want to be playing aggressive, of course, but right now you fall more on the passive end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Right, because like I want you up in there, girl, here. I want you like up here fighting, like even walking through here. If you have a TP, again, that makes everything just, it makes so much more sense when you have a TP up here, and it doesn't seem as risky. It doesn't seem like, why are you even there, you know? And also, I just would have realized by now that B is probably not our hotspot, to be honest.
Yeah.
So like I would go, again, I've already said this, but I would say let's get control of mid, you know? Let's get some mid control. Let's go Art. Let's go this way. Let's split B. Let's just do it. Because those are all options. It's like 4 different things you do. Push mid, push Art, push here, split A, split B. Just throw those out each round and see. You're basically just surveying which areas of the map your team might have more success in. Because so far, our B pushes are not super successful, okay?
Yeah.
And so instead of mindlessly going somewhere, just try to think what has worked in the past and what could work now.
Okay.
And also get your team on the same page so you have more confidence going in. Phoenix, well, you gotta be careful. Oh, our Jet. Walk past them. Okay, so there's an op. You're getting Sova ulted. What do you think is the correct play? What do you think I'm gonna say here?
Back up.
Yeah.
Rotate.
Actually, our Jet just one-tapped the op. So.
Oh, that was the op. Okay,
yeah,
I
didn't even realize that actually. So.
I didn't know who had the op here. I didn't see. So.
I believe it was her.
Yeah, if it was, then I would say push.
Yeah, it's her. So yeah, push, right? Push. If she did not die here though, Jet, come back, leave. And you really want to say that, like I just said, like a bunch of times, like let's rotate. Emphasize it to your team, because if you can't get it through their thick skulls and they're not gonna listen to you, you gotta say it multiple times. Like look at Arena. Arena has mid control. Let's go to Arena, right? Instead of just rotate, like let's go to Arena. Arena, can you walk up or something? But now we can just go, right? Because yeah, this TP is fine. This TP not forward enough, in my opinion. Still, like there's some scenarios, like if you've already tried to push and it's just not working, this is fine. But if you haven't tried to go up, then you're missing your opportunities up here that you haven't tried yet. Like you can't know if if these aggressive plays are gonna work if you don't try them, right?
Yep.
So we need to plant. I don't think
Oh,
you know.
I didn't realize I had spike. Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, this is fine though. So this is good. Like, see, this is good. This is pretty good. But the only problem with this radius is like you're kind of exposed to this area and to this area.
Well, was Jet watching it? I think Jet was. Yeah.
Okay.
A
But
link.
I think I calmed Jet to watch
It's
my
just
watch
yeah,
my
it's just
dugout.
kind of awkward though. Like, just this spot
Yeah.
is just kind of awkward to sit in. Like, cause what if she's watching it? But what if both the smokes fade and there's someone like inside the smoke and then they're looking at you,
A link.
Yeah.
Viper.
and then she's just gonna do that and feed. So now I got a
You can play for
bad
Brim.
position even worse. I would push right into that guy. Like, this one.
With the
You know-
Silva drone too.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
he's close enough like to where he's gonna cancel it and not have time to pull his gun out and shoot you. And I just know that. I don't know if you could like visualize that, but I have a pretty good
I can
sense.
see it now, but I didn't think about it at the time.
Yeah, like right. This is what I'm saying. You want to have a more aggressive mindset with this TP because you could probably come back and still be safe and TP out. But if your TP is further forward, you want even more confidence. You want to play more, because you put a TP up here, you can just sit here because like you still have a good view on this angle right here to kind of watch the spike and stop the spike, and then you can TP back into a safe spot.
Yep.
So yeah, here I would have pushed forward. I just want to see some aggression from you because like it's 2v2, we're even, so we can go for this kill. It's a great opportunity to kill this guy, but we do play a little passive and comeback, which is fine. But
Oh, we lost this round. I forgot.
yeah, like we want to kill that guy there.
Jiggle it.
Viper puts an orb down, pushes to or puts a smoke down, pushes to the
Yeah, I want to
smoke.
see more aggression
Let me
from you.
die.
Like, the best chamber players here are gonna be just like not running it down, but okay, that's kind of crazy. That was crazy.
Great running guy. I don't know.
Okay, so what are you looking at when you're hitting tab here?
I was just looking at the scoreboard. I think.
Okay.
How who had an ult and stuff,
Yeah, good. What's the most
or how close they
important?
were.
What's the most important information right here that we're looking at?
Money and ult.
Yeah, exactly. Also the only thing I can think of here is basically what guns your team have.
What guns you have,
Can someone
yeah.
buy for me, stuff like that. But yeah, those are the most important things. So specifically ults, not just your team's ults, but look at the enemy ults, right? Look at what they're close to. Look at what they have, and think back like was this ult bad the first time this person used it for our team?
Yeah.
Because then you want to kind of adapt around that. But also like can I help my really important Sage get her ult this round because she's 6 out of 7, or can I get my ult, right? So here I'm thinking mainly like, okay, there's Phoenix ult. He's probably not gonna be too big of a deal to be honest, but I'm thinking let's try to use res here. We can also use Brim ult post plant, right? That's the whole thing is like let's go B, or let's go A, or let's split mid, and let's play for Brim ult after we plant, right? Let's just play safe, something like that. Okay. Okay. This is the great part about chamber, and we're just kind of going into this mindlessly, not just you, but everyone. So if you can be the one person that kind of realizes this is not a great thing to be doing, at least at the start of the round,
Yeah.
this is actually fine. Like, if we know that she's alone like this, you could just purposely say, like, let's everyone quick run through the wall and kill the Viper. Because she's alone. Like, this is troll. This is actually troll if there's nobody else here. So, if you want to come through, you want to say that to your team. I think that's actually a good idea. Wait, there's an op. Where do we die to all that? Okay, there's an op. So, this is B long. We're against an op. We didn't kill him. What do we do?
Rotate.
ASAP, rotate. Right. Where do you rotate to?
Like A mid.
Yeah, exactly.
Just kinda
Anywhere.
Establish some mid control and then take A.
Yeah,
Is
you
what I
rotate
would do in
anywhere.
that situation.
Because anywhere could be better than this, right? This is the worst place to be right now on the map. We didn't know
Yeah.
that before, so it's fine if we're wanting to come up. As soon as we see the op, you need to be like basically yelling at your team in the nicest way possible to get out of here. And don't stop until they're actually following you. Like you gotta make them realize that op is like bad, and you're you're trying to fight here as well. So
Yeah, I
you
think
want
we
to
killed
shift
him.
your mindset. We could kill him. It's just like it's not odds we want to
Idea.
take. I don't know how. I don't know. I mean, it's a Silva opping. That's probably why.
Yeah, he ended up dying. Oh,
Look at
this
that
is so
wall.
stupid. I hate it. This fight was so bad.
I wouldn't fight him, honestly.
I'm like trying to fight this jet, and then Chamber just comes out of nowhere. Like,
Again, what are we not
His head.
using here?
TPs.
Yeah, exactly. Like put a TP somewhere, even if it's here.
Yeah.
Because TPs are, in my opinion, probably the strongest part of Chamber's kit
Chamber.
outside of the op, but the TPs are what makes him like mesh with all of his abilities and like opping and playing aggressive.
Yeah. I swing out. Chambers there too. Jet up dress. Onto my face.
Oh, Phantom unlucky.
140 on him too. So annoying.
Yeah, like so. Notice what you're doing here. Notice what we need to do to win this round. What do we need to do?
Push site.
Yeah, I mean this is fine. This is fine. Like if you know there's two here, this position's actually really good. But what we're doing, what I want to point out to you here is that we're kind of peeking. We're peeking aggressively when all we need to do is wait. Right? We just need to wait for the spike to blow up. If say our Reyna kills one person on site, I think this is kind of planted for you. Actually, they can probably defuse around the corner though. But basically, instead of peeking into the wall here, come back and just chill in this corner to the right here and hold like an off angle, right? You're gonna get the first person for sure because it's gonna be easy. Imagine you have your TP, you can TP back this way and just absolutely play them. But here, you're just fighting them sooner than you need to because all you need to do to win the round is just wait. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Definitely.
So again, looking at ults, can I get my Sage ult? Can I get my ult? Okay, I get my ult. Where do we want to go to get my ult? Do I have one up? I would try to get your ult as quickly as you can, because the better you get with Chamber up, the more games you're gonna win. Quite frankly, the op is just broken. Strongest gun in the game. So we're mid. Okay, so I want to just kind of break down how you say this. Okay. So the way you say it is, this is what I find a lot of people say. Actually, it's kind of interesting. They say like, "You want to try mid, maybe?" Like, so you pose it as a question. And I don't think people realize how, like, whenever someone says that, it's not like definitive, right? Like it's not like, oh, we're going mid. It's like it was a question. So if someone says that on my team, like I'm probably not gonna go to them. So there's a distinction between saying I'm going mid, can you guys follow me? And maybe we can go mid, or can we go mid maybe, or something like that. So just try to shift to phrasing it as a question to phrasing it as a statement. Because you might be like worried that this might be the wrong play, but let's be honest, these guys don't have any other alternatives. So pick something, see if it's gonna work, try different areas, see what works best for this team specifically, and play around that. Right? That's how you're gonna carry your teams with comms. Here, our team actually is kind of coming to us. Kind of. Ideally, we'd want like 4 people, like 2 here maybe. So good calm though, like good, good. Better than probably what you've been doing.
I'm going back to where
Grim.
what is his face? Yeah. I was gonna play this and TP back up.
Okay. I think we could do this before the round starts though. No, we wasted 9 seconds here.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm worried about here. Because like for example, the person I coached yesterday spent a lot of time just like in spawn back here. Like before the round started, that's just how you want to break quickly, because the sooner you realize, like, one, you have an advantage peeking these people in certain areas, if you're right next to the barrier when the round starts, and also you have more time. So like now you would have had an extra 9 seconds to already be forward in front of your chamber because you have a TP,
Yeah,
I
think
you're
this game was kind of experimental for me,
because the
especially being like, especially being the first time, but
coach chamber.
still one of the first times I had like played Chamber competitively.
Okay.
I kind of just messed around with him in comp before this.
Yeah, I forget that as well.
I mean, not in comp, unrated.
Okay. Wait, is this unrated?
No, it's comp, Okay, I was saying this is the first time I really played him in comp.
Okay, yeah. Again, like talking about playing aggressive, I'm not worried about. I'm not gonna put the TP back where you did here, back behind this. I'm gonna put it up here, and then I'm gonna push through here and peek. Okay. Because if I come up through here and then there's nobody, I'm gonna flank B. But if there is someone there, then I can just fight them and then TP back. Right. So basically, any scenario that happens is good for me. Whereas here, it's kind of like you're just far back. You're kind of waiting for them to do something to you. But this is attack. We're not waiting. We want to make something happen. And the more people you have around you, the better. But this radius kind of limits us. We can't really go up here with full safety. If you put a TP like right here, you can push all the way through this, right? At least to some extent, kind of hug this wall. And see if there's anyone there. And if there's nobody, then you can go here, you can go here. But just see what you can get away with, right? TP back.
There's two over there, right? So it's clear.
Like, there's one mid too.
I heard one close there. Yeah, like, I noticed you crouch a little bit too. Like, these kills need to be smoother. Okay, like, overall, these kills need to be, like, quick taps or bursts. So,
Yeah.
would you say crouching is kind of a bad habit for you? Like, this should be
Yeah,
easy kill right
I
here.
crouch spray quite a bit.
Okay, that might be something I would unbind for a little bit. Play deathmatch through. But here, like, this should be a very free kill, very smooth. You know, you should have confidence. You should know that, like, you can be significantly better than the people you're fighting. You should kind of assume in your mind that, okay, I can easily kill these people, right? No, like, as your baseline, as your default. Not to be, like, arrogant, but just to give yourself confidence, to allow yourself to play more aggressive and open more opportunities for yourself.
Crouch there backed up because I felt I had an idea that
Someone's there.
that another one was gonna swing with that chamber if I pushed up.
Okay.
So I didn't want to push into him and then just get killed by 2 different people.
Okay, again, this peak's actually kind of bad just because, do you know why?
Because he can kind of just hold that angle. He has a peeker's advantage there.
Yeah, but thinking more broad about the round, why do we not need to peek him?
Because it's a 3v2.
Yeah, and we just planted the
We have
spike, and
numbers.
it's 2-8, and if we die, it's 2v2. And our team, we
Yeah.
can't trust our team to win the round, especially in a 2-8 scenario. We want to maximize our rounds, get 4-8. We don't want to take this fight. We know that he's there. We know that he could be there. But let's go through and come play with our jet, right? Let's come over here, chill, play the spike, get the round. I know you want the kill, right? But in this scenario, you gotta think twice. You gotta think twice about taking the fight. Like, whenever you want to take a fight, because, like, I know I'm giving you kind of mixed signals here. I'm like, play aggressive. Okay, don't play aggressive. But whenever the spike goes down, now you're actually defending. But before that, you can be playing as aggressive as you want. Or if the spike's down, you can play aggressive over here with a TP. But we need to get to the spike to play aggressive, if that makes sense. But yeah, okay, good job.
Yeah.
Good job. Like, that could have gone bad. You could have lost. I mean, that fight's fine because he's just there, and you need to come this way. But the chamber one we did need to take. But good kills anyway. We're popping op. It's like we just let going B. So again, I would like emphasize, like, guys, can we run through the wall and see if we can kill the Viper quickly? And then, you know, and then play off of that, like, and then say, okay, and we can rotate. Let's rotate now.
You want to play? Let's play.
Because, like, she's doing the same thing every single round, and it should be extremely easy to just kill her here.
Spike down.
Our whole team might not realize that, right? Like, she should not be getting 2 kills right here. She really shouldn't be getting 1, doing this exact same thing every single time. Should be extremely obvious. You should make it extremely obvious to your team, right, as soon as you realize that, because not everyone on your team probably will. So Chamber's opping. We're still aiming a little bit high with the op. I would just rotate. Silva droned you guys. Chamber's probably coming to op us. Maybe not. Ooh. This is fine, but I feel like we kind of just wait, you know? Like, I feel like I want you to make it the move here for your team. Like, okay, come up, or let's rotate. Let's rotate through mid and go A. Because in
So just be
game,
more confident.
yeah, be more confident. Like, the end game is to get the spike done. So the sooner you try to go for a spike plant, the better. We can wait here for like 10, 15, 20 seconds though, like you did for the jet kill. That's completely fine. But, like, let your team know what's up. Like, let your team know, right?
Yeah.
Like, all right, let's leave now. I got the pick. Amber might be rotating. They might. Silva's here at least. There might be 2 here. That's my prediction, right? There's probably gonna be like 2 here. Phoenix and Silva would probably be here. But Chambers opping mid. I bet. Yeah, because he's always mid. He's probably opping mid. So ideally here we could just run all the way through spawn and probably be completely fine. But we just have to make the calm because we know there's gonna be 2 here, right? Pushing in with an op is not the easiest thing to do, so I can't really blame you for missing these. Yeah, this is just gonna be
Oh.
third one flank.
Thought so.
I think you broke your trip. Maybe not. Maybe you didn't have a trip.
Player standing.
I did not.
You see,
Oh yeah, yeah.
you see a rotate here would have avoided all of them, right?
Yeah, I didn't know what to do here. I just swung into him.
Yeah, I just want to emphasize again, like, whenever you're attacking, you're at a disadvantage, okay? And so pushing into multiple people, the more people you push into on attack is, the more people, the bigger the disadvantage for you guys.
Yep.
So the more people you can avoid, the better. And the quicker you can get the spike down, the quicker you're becoming the defenders. You understand that? Like when you plant, you become defenders.
Yeah.
So you have a big advantage because you're no longer attacking. That's why rotating, that's why I'm saying these things so much. It's so important to try to rotate. Here, yeah, I mean,
I don't know if I can't remember. I think I might have told the Sage to rotate with me and she just didn't.
yeah, this is what I mean. Like you have to emphasize it. Like let's leave. Like you want to say that as soon as possible. Whenever
Yeah,
you
especially
realize it's a
being-
good thing to rotate.
Especially with just being a 1v2 against the chamber.
Yeah, or yeah, there or before that, or because like again, I'm making a prediction that they're going to be rotating there. Maybe you're not super good at making those predictions yet, but try to start making predictions like that. Okay, so now we are on defense. Interested to see how you play. Again, I actually want to see you play aggressive with TP and the stuff. I don't think we really need a trip. I mean, it could be fine, but first round, like, I don't think you really need it. Unless you really feel like they're gonna, like, unless you just feel like you're gonna need it for whatever reason, playing against this enemy
Yeah.
team.
Well, I was actually playing off my trip, so I was crouching behind that box, and then just when they hit the trip, I swing and TP out back to dugout.
Yeah. So you're playing kind of farther back, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
So this
I
is
was
this is where our viewpoints differ again. Like even on defense, up until the point where you have numbers advantage, and that's where you have more teammates alive on your team than the enemy team. You can play aggressive, right? You have TPs for a reason. I want you to go aggressive here. I just want you to limit test early in the half, early in the game. Like figure out what you can get away with, because every game is going to be different. Some games you're going to be able to get up here, get a free kill on someone that has their knife out and TP back. Some games you're going to walk up and get instantly one-tapped. And depending on what happens, that's how you're going to play the later rounds, right? But if you always start far back, like you're just limiting the opportunities that you have. So play forward. Like don't buy a trip. Buy Sheriff, because then you don't need the trip because you're the one that's like watching up here. You're going to know if they're A. Trip, I mean, yeah, just for first round. But
That works.
so
yeah,
here,
so I was. Why did I? Wait, where did I put it?
so
Oh,
if
I put
was,
it on art.
if I was you, I would put a TP like probably back here and then like all the way up here and then just kind of peek, or maybe back here and just peek.
Yeah. So I was putting one behind default plant and one in
Art
dugout, I
area.
think. I can't remember.
Going back over here,
Yeah.
short art.
We mid.
But so I already kind of know that this is gonna be an A take because there's a Viper wall in this rank. Then they're not faking. If they're faking, then they're, because from what we've seen from your team doesn't strategize. This Viper is not saying, I'm gonna wall A and then we go B. If she's saying that, I'd be surprised. They're probably going hard A, and that's what you could say to your team. They're coming in A, like multiple people A. I already realized that. Nah, like right. See, this is where you go for a fight. Up here, peek, swing, go for a kill, and then TP back. You don't TP before you see nobody. Because this is basically you just giving up sight, which is not good. Because whenever they plant, you guys turn into attackers because you have to retake. So you want to try to minimize that. You want to try to stop that, even if it means getting one and dying, or getting two and dying, which is completely good. Right? You don't want to TP. You want to swing. So I think that's probably the biggest thing. Like, would you say on Jet and what was the other Fade? Would you say you play kind of aggressive on them, or kind of like?
I definitely play aggressive on Jet. Fade, I would probably play sight more than like play up into that A main spot.
And do you play Jet the most out of everyone?
Probably.
Okay, so I want you to take your playstyle on Jet and just
Adapt
it directly onto Chamber, but then change it, right? Because it's not the same agent. But
Yeah.
as aggressive as you play on Jet. I want you to do the same on Chamber. I think that's probably the biggest reason why you're not performing super well so far this game. To be completely honest. Of course, that ties into like TP placement, which you've talked about, but that's the biggest thing for sure. Because now they're planting, right? You could have killed both of them on site and then TP'd out, or killed one and TP'd out.
Yeah.
And that makes retaking here so much easier. Even though still have numbers. Okay, good job.
Actually, I think I ended up match MVPing.
Good.
think.
Good. And also,
So I started playing a lot better.
yeah, because also it's just gonna be defense sided for you, but on attack, right? Because playing aggressive on attack is a skill you really want to have. But also notice how useful was that trip this round?
Not very useful.
No, like you probably could have it probably didn't slow them down that much, maybe a little bit, and you probably could have like realized that they're coming here without the trip, right? Like you don't really need it. You could have had an extra sheriff shot that could have got you a kill. So we don't need to push this. We could just hold. If I was you, right in this situation, I would just chill like right here and just hold this, cause like that's all we need to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're one. Like we're very low. We don't want to do this, but it should be a free round. Yep. So now we're gonna go. I'm really happy to see that you're swapping it up, right? You start A, you go B, because what are the odds the enemy team's gonna go A again? In my head, pretty slim. So going B is a strong play that most people are not doing.
Yeah, so I did end up playing up here.
Yeah, so this is fine. I like this. I like these TPs. Again, these would be considered somewhat passive. Not really. Like, if you think they're going to come B, these TPs are pretty strong. But if you want to, like, push up, right, maybe you want to get a TP a little farther up here, right? Because you can take more space and take more control that way with the TP.
Walled for A.
They walled for A, so they actually might be going A again. So I would be trying to rotate now, because, like, okay, my prediction's wrong. So most of the time, they would come this site, but your prediction can be wrong. So whenever you realize that's the case, you got to start rotating. Here.
Yep.
Here one. Okay, good job. Free round. We're gonna play here again. I think this is still good because I actually do still think they're gonna come here as well.
Well, also they didn't go there before, so they don't actually know where I'm positioned yet.
Yeah, exactly. So I'd be flanking now.
They're all there, bro.
I would be flanking. Just see what I can get away with. Is there a trip up here? Is there no trip? Can I walk all the way behind like 3 of them? It sounds like they're mid, right? That's why I'm saying go up here. Like peek, like hold the angle here, right? Because like we're just staring at the wall. What if someone just walks out on the right side because you're not watching anything?
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's like I don't know if you peek aggressive on Jet here, but if I'm you, I'm gonna be holding this angle forever, not looking at the wall. I'm gonna be holding this either from the left or the right, and I'm gonna be walking up as I'm doing that because I think I can get away with a flank here. I'm trying to test my theory that I can get away with a flank here, and if it seems like they're coming through here, I might want to stay.
So I think they're coming up mid on this.
So yeah, I would be trying to reposition here.
I was waiting for that kill right there because I knew they were gonna walk through.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, good job. Just a little, like, a little still passive, I would say. They could still come B main, but I'd like to see you swap up your playstyle a little bit now. Like, because now we're doing the same thing, right? So at least come here with the intention of like flanking it out, because like it doesn't seem like they're gonna come B. Like try to adapt your playstyle instead of just doing this 3 times in a row.
Okay.
If something's not working, you gotta swap it. So if I was you, maybe I'd actually go A, or you know. And here you could be asking, do you guys hear them? Jet, do you hear them A? Or Brim, do you hear them mid? Like there's nobody B, and that's gonna allow you to choose where you want to rotate quicker. Okay, so it looks like they're just on A.
Yeah, they went through art.
So let's see the crouches here.
That was great.
Yeah, I don't like to jump up there. I think in deathmatch, just get really good at kind of like taking fights people without crouching.
Yeah.
Because like you threw a crouch in there, you threw another crouch in before this on this round. You crouch a lot, and that instead of crouching, what you want to replace it with is strafing, counter strafing.
I'm just gonna unbind it for a little bit.
I unbind it all the time for extended periods of time. So again, here we're playing the same way. We're putting the same TPs. Stop placing the same TPs. Stop playing in the same spot. Swap up your TPs. Think where else could I play? Could I peek mid with a TP? Could I peek from R? Could I peek from this side of mid? Could I push up mid? Could I flank them B? Could I flank them A? Can I put a TP up here and walk up? You know, these are just random things I'm thinking of on the fly, and you're not probably thinking about any of those. You're just kind of doing these automatically, and that limits you more than you realize, right? It prevents the amount of opportunities that you're gonna see open to yourself, and you can go A, like, you know. So it looks like they're actually gonna be coming B because again, this guy's not throwing a fake wall.
Don't hear anything.
I would be saying that, right? It sounds like they're B. So notice we're just missing so many free kills that we could be getting. Like you're in the position, even though you're not playing as aggressive as I would like to see as a chamber, you're still getting opportunities to kill people, and you're just not killing them because you're like spraying and crouching, right?
Yeah.
Don't hear anything.
like right here. Just have control. Have control and burst. Good TP. It's fine. That play's fine. And now next round we really want to see you swap it up, right?
Wow.
Same thing.
I would argue that going over here would be really good right now. Instead of here. This is fine, but I would like to see you go over here, maybe. Keep a TP over here. And then
Out of my way.
they might leave, but okay. We'll see.
Welcome to my world.
I think they did leave here, and I rotated.
Spike
Yeah.
planted.
Teleport's ready.
Yeah. So usually you get a sense as well as to how enemies play. Like the team, for example, that I coached yesterday, or the person I coached yesterday, the enemy team they were playing against, they never rotated, right? And so this is something I identify pretty quickly whenever I play, and this is something you want to be looking for too. So this team has seemed to rotate like twice now, and so now I'm kind of expecting that a little more, right? Because if they never rotate, then you don't really need to expect it, but if they are rotating, you want to kind of maybe rotate a little preemptively, if that makes sense.
Yep.
This is going to be a hard round to win. It is winnable though, but I'm guessing we're going to be crouching. No, okay, just got one tapped. Kind of unlucky. Again, I don't want you to do this play anymore. I want to see you go mid. I want to see some mid control. If there's nobody on their team fighting mid, you can just flank them. Like, go for a flank. It doesn't really matter what agent you're on sometimes, unless you're like a sage, but you can just go for a flank and see what you can get away with. You know, so just doing this, I would say autopilloting is a pretty big problem for you as well. So here I'd be saying, a lot of people be. We also do this thing where we always peek too early. So there's a difference between fighting people. Like this is such a subtle difference in the way that you fight people, but it makes such a big difference for how effective you are at killing people. So what I'm gonna tell you again, remember when there was a wall over here and I was like, you peeked into it too early? You're peeking into this guy. You're peeking into these guys too early. Like you're gonna be exactly where they're looking. Okay, so as soon as they run out, and that's why peeking right here is bad because they're looking directly at you. So instead of doing this, come out right here and just hold this angle. Like hold like this, or come out a little more and hold an angle right here. And then maybe jiggle and take a shot, but don't fully expose yourself to this. And this is something that you do. You do this sometimes, right? This is something you want to be aware of. Like whenever excuse me, whenever you play deathmatch, just hold angles. Do you understand what that means? Like just hold angles.
Yeah.
Like there are scenarios where you want to be swinging like this, but this is not one of them. So you have this habit. This is a bad habit. Oh, you do kill one though.
Yeah, I got one, and then I didn't have time to TP out.
Okay, just go ahead and skip ahead. They're doing the same thing. I would say autopiloting is a problem, right? Autopilot less.
You want to play? Let's play.
Yep, mid.
Oh, there are.
Yeah, I'm already flanking.
I think give it.
Oh, there.
Okay. Again, incorporate your comms here. And again, also hold an angle.
You want to play?
Hold the angle over here.
Play.
And don't just stand up close. So here I'd be asking, again, use your mic, use your comms. There's a dart here. Use contextual clues, right? Like there's a dart. Is there a dart there because the Sova shot it from over here at B? Probably not. He's probably mid. He's probably toward A. So ask your teammates, like, yo, does anyone hear them A? Like, are there enemies A? Should I rotate? You know, instead of just waiting here for an extended period of time and probably thinking about none of that.
Oh,
Yeah.
there are.
Could they be B? Of course, but from what we've seen so far, they're probably going A. I'm like asking how many enemies do you hear? If they say like 4, then obviously you can probably rotate, right? Unless you think you're really predicting that they're gonna leave, which they could, and they still might. But basically just try to incorporate your comms.
I have a trip there.
Okay, so they are rotating, as we kind of mentioned earlier.
Just in case.
I hear them mid.
Teleport's
I would walk up. We do have TPs. We do have Brimult.
Joke's over. You're dead.
He went to site.
Phoenix is on site.
Ran up.
That was A site.
So we're going to just wait here. I feel like
Let's
you're just kind of like slow. Like I don't know how else to put it. You know, like
Yeah.
like your brain's just kind of like lagging behind like what I would be thinking here. So I would be thinking ahead. Like I want to make a prediction here. If they haven't come into me yet, I'm gonna go rotate to A because I think they're gonna come A, or I'm gonna go sit back here on B, so I know that I can just get a kill for free. Because here it's kind of like we think one might be mid and they could come to us, but
Ran up.
That was
Yeah.
A side.
really try to think ahead here. Because they have to come to a site. If they're not coming through here yet and there's only 30 seconds left,
Together.
yeah, they're probably gonna be B or A. Good job. Good job. So same thing, autopiloting here. I would hold the
Just
angle.
same angle.
I would hold on the right of this, because like if you think about it, if you hold on the right, you can see them sooner. Does that make sense? On the right side of this, whatever you call this. And
I got walled right.
Did
This
end
is-
up
this
getting
is
one
fine.
here, I'm pretty sure.
No.
No. I think they peeked me. Maybe not.
looks like they're actually trying to split B. Again, say this to your team. It looks like there's some B. One drone mid. Like I'm watching the minimap. I'm always staring at this. Even if I'm opping, even if I'm holding an angle. Not staring at it, but I'm like glancing at it quite often.
One's on the chamber.
Okay. So what? Like I feel like playing B is kind of troll because they haven't. You're not getting that much action. Like you're not really. Like you're getting kills, but you're getting traded as well. So swap it up. You know, like up over here on A. Because like I just feel like there's so many things that you could be doing that you're not thinking about, right? And this applies on Jet too. If you do this on Jet, where you kind of like have your favorite place to play. In some games, it really works for you, but others like this one, maybe it doesn't. Like you're not popping off, but you're just kind of doing okay.
Yeah.
That's where you want to be swapping it up. So here, TP would be nice, but we don't have that. So this team, like we said, does rotate.
We only saw Viper and
I would just again think what's the most aggressive thing I can hold here without being too risky.
Exposed.
Yeah, so here, like, I just want to hold the smoke. Like, I don't want to stand here. Our Brim has this. There's not going to be someone right here, right?
Viper and Phoenix.
Teleport's ready.
So here, yeah, we can just hold the smoke.
One's up. Well, he's like mid. I mean, heard him run.
Chambers lit 120.
Yeah, and it's very frustrating to play somewhere and then nobody come there and then rotate and then they're still not coming to you. Right. I think they... Okay, there we go. Good job. Yeah, start rounds from different areas. That's what I'm getting at.
Yep.
Because it really does seem like they're going toward A a little more at the start anyway.
I think I might have ended up switching at some point here.
Ooh. I think a really good... So, like, we don't need to peek this. We're defending, okay? I think you want to emphasize being more aggressive on attack and become more kind of, like, chilled out on defense. Because just the way, like, the timing of when we peek is not always what we would like, if that makes sense. Because, like, where I would be sitting is just chill behind the wall over here. Because, like, I know that I don't need to peek to win the round. I know that what I need to do is just wait for them to break the wall if they're going to break it. If they don't break it, then they're probably going to rotate.
Yep.
Good shot, but it's an unnecessary fight. And now we're taking another unnecessary fight. Especially because, remember the numbers? So it's 5-3. Why don't you want to fight here?
Because I have numbers.
Yeah.
Bigger chance that they get those kills and then win the round.
Yeah, not even necessarily a bigger chance, it's just an unnecessary chance for them to get the kills, right? Like, why let them have a chance to kill you?
Yeah.
When we already have the round in the bag here.
One enemy remaining.
That's one of those B.
Spike down A.
On B.
So I get it. Like, it's 5v1, you want to, like, go peek, you want to go run into spawn.
Yeah.
But try at least, if you're going to do that, try to do it with a teammate. So you did have your sage there, which is good.
Probably actually.
I'm doing the same thing.
It's a hidden site. Yeah. No one knows about it.
So just to point out again, there's a lot of things we can do. Like, we can start A, we can peek here, we can start Art, we can peek here, we can peek here, we can peek where we are here, or we can push up. We can push up in any of these areas as well. So that's you've only so far you've played A once, and every other round you've defended from here, like this exact spot. So you're missing out on like the vast majority of the map for defense.
Yeah.
And as Chamber, you can do whatever you want because you are quite literally a TP machine, and you can just go wherever you want, whenever you want. So, realize you're only really taking advantage of like 10-20% of the defensive side here. You probably do this on other maps too as Chamber.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
You're aiming a bit high. Crosshair placement could be better. Work on that in deathmatch.
Chamber.
Pushing up.
Just hold the angle, right? Don't look here. Always hold an angle. There's no point, as you can kind of see here, like there's no point of coming out and then coming back in and then peeking again, right? It's like, what if the one time that you come back for like 3 seconds here is when they run out and they walk out without you realizing, and then they're all the way on the right.
Pushing up.
You know, like just have confidence in yourself with a TP. Just hold the angle.
Joke's over. You're dead.
They're coming sight.
Oh yeah, so they're pushing back through B. Wait, maybe not. Thought I heard one.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to read sometimes when people like rotate and. you don't really know what
Especially
they're gonna
with
do.
Pearl, like it's kind of hard to hear where everybody is.
Yeah, it's
Since
large.
mid is such a weird location.
Nice. Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
So here just
Crouched again.
Yeah, you crouch a lot. So unbind crouch and go in deathmatch. Unbind crouch, but focus on crosshair placement. Focus on holding angles.
Yeah.
Those are gonna get your aim extremely good. Like, and then it's gonna you're gonna realize like how you can play aggressive, but you can play aggressive safely by holding angles and with your TP. But yeah, crouching is definitely a little bad habit you have.
Cool. Nice. Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Here.
Okay, good run. And then go right here again.
Yep.
All set up.
Oh my.
Yeah, it probably seems kind of extreme watching it back. Like
Yeah,
now
like
that I've told
when
you.
I was doing it, it didn't seem that weird, and now it does.
Yeah, so that's good because now you can change and like it's not gonna be easy to do all like a bunch of different plays all in one half.
Yeah.
But even if you did like 2 or 3 things compared to just this, because this I would just consider what you've done this half one spot, even though you started A. Like we've basically just played one spot. So even if we could play like 3 spots, like 33% of them each round, right? And split it up like that, that's gonna make you unpredictable. It's gonna improve your chances of just finding opportunities for kills and winning the rounds, basically.
There's a lot of people at them.
Yeah, just hold the angle here.
That was my spray if you heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think flanking would be effective, right? Like you don't know where the trip is, you
Yeah.
can maybe get around it, maybe not, but maybe you can just catch someone in mid.
Welcome to
And why not just start A? It seems like they've gone A, like I would have realized this much sooner. Like they've gone A like a lot. They've gone B
Yeah.
a little bit, but not enough for me to want to play there every single round like you are. And I don't know if it's because you're just like, oh, I like playing B long as chamber, but that doesn't really matter. Like you can play B long when you want to op or whenever you think they're gonna go there, or whenever you just want to go there, but don't go there every single round. Like any spot you could pick on this map is not gonna be good if you go there every round.
my world.
Sova.
It would be. He ran up.
Spike down.
Spike down A.
Chamber said 40. Oh, we have bomb.
He's coming, I think.
Yeah, we didn't have TP, which is kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, I should have probably swung that angle first instead.
Yeah, we have bomb. So we have bomb, like, so I feel like you're just aggressive, like, all the wrong times, sadly.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is a thing for a lot of people, is, like, you want to go aggressive whenever your team has numbers, and you want to go aggressive when you have the spike, whenever you think that you're starting to win the run. And the reason that is I'm guessing, is because you get a nice confidence boost whenever that happens, right? You're like, oh,
Yeah.
we got the round secured, let me just go sweep up the last few kills, but by doing that, you also underestimate the enemies, and often in plat, people can aim, so you know, play aggressive earlier on, and whenever you have a spike like this, try to chill out.
Oh, we have bomb.
Yeah, that's just not clearing the corner. Fine. Same thing.
You want to play? Let's play.
And we don't really
I
have.
think I actually get one here. Maybe.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Scared.
Like, but how many times have you played here, and how many times have you actually started here? I would say like what,
Not a lot.
2 or 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3 times.
They had to rotate sometimes, but and it also hasn't really been that effective for you to play here. So like you gotta realize like when to swap it up. Where can you play somewhere else? Like there's different places you can play on B too. Like you can play back here. You can play back here. You can play up here somewhere. You push up flank, right? Put a TP up here. Play up here. There's a lot of ways you can play this, and you're just playing the one area. But just this whole area, you also want to swap out of it sometimes because there's mid. There's this section of mid. There's this section of mid. There's here. So yeah, now you want to hide, right?
Oh, no B?
It was just one.
and you can peek out.
Going to spawn.
Oh, yeah, I was still strafing as I shot. I just rushed it.
I'll try to get a heal here. I'll try to get a heal and I'll try to go up top here. I'll try to book it up top.
Okay.
Mainly because we could hit our Sage and come up top, and then get a better angle over the Viper wall, maybe catch someone. Because holding here,
Ran away from my smoke.
they might push through, but probably not.
I have them.
And get the heal because you have an op for it. Guy's probably gonna flash you. That's my guess. Do that. Again, I think we're just far back. Like if you got the op, you want to go look for a kill. I think this is just your biggest thing: is play more aggressive in the right kind of times, right?
Yeah.
Play more aggressive with TPs. Play more aggressive on attack. Play more aggressive like before they get the site, because you don't want to just give up the site and let them plant for free, which you have done a couple of times this half. Whenever they have came to you. So I'm guessing this is a habit you do a lot. Maybe not on all agents, but on chamber for sure. Because you're just by letting them come to you, like you're kind of putting yourself at a disadvantage. By peeking into them with the op, like you have good chances as long as you can kind of aim. And if you can't aim, go into deathmatch, practice the op, practice whatever you need to practice. But this looks like the end of the game, other than overtime, which still another section here. Is there anything notable in overtime you'd want to talk about?
Not really. I think I might have switched to A, but not anything super important.
Okay. You could have won this too, right? Like you could have held that. You could have won it right then and there that easily.
Yeah.
But we have like 4 more minutes. Like we can go over. I don't really mind, but I'm probably not gonna go through the rest of this video.
Okay.
We have quite a bit left. So I have some notes. I think again the main takeaway is definitely play more aggressive, like with your TPs, specifically with the TPs, because that's just what TPs are built for, and that's basically your jet dash, because you know you're a jet main, so I can speak that kind of language. So autopilot less, specifically whenever you're defending, like swap up your area, but also when you're attacking, like try to swap up where you know your team's pushing. Try to use comms. That's a big thing. Use more comms.
Okay.
Yeah. Other than that, improve crosshair placement in DM, focus on holding angles in DM, and then unbind, crouch, and strafe more instead of crouching, right?
Yeah.
Comms would be a big thing as well. But any questions? Any final thoughts?
Not really. Yeah, I can't think of anything right now.
Okay, you're good. You can just message me if you have anything you think of. I'll send you the notes right now.
Okay.
And this was streamed, so you can go back and look at the VOD like whenever you want and you know go through it.
All right.
Hopefully the notes help you.
Definitely.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, man.
Yep. You have a good day.
You too. See ya.
Bye bye. Thanks everyone for watching. A stream. We're getting more viewers. What is? Why is Spotify even open? Anyways. All right. Got another coaching session tomorrow, guys. I might make another video tomorrow just because I'm just kind of like that. You know? I'm just kind of like that right now. You guys, I hope you guys have a good day, a good Saturday. You guys have a nice chill day. And peace. Peace. See you guys in the next one. Much love.